Emerald Kaizo. It's a hard mode version of Pokemon Emerald, and I'm here to do a Nuzlocke of it. We begin with me naming myself Flan. Now it's time to do some housekeeping. For example, seeing mom, setting my clock, seeing dad on TV, and meeting the neighbors. After all that, it is time for me to get my starter, and I picked the best option for a hard mode challenge like this, Mudkip. Mudkip easily takes down the Zigzagoon with just a couple tackles, and then I end up receiving him as a gift from the professor, and I name him Kipple. I do some training and then I challenge my rival, May, who I beat with just a couple of tackles. Back at the lab, I get Pokeballs so I can finally begin my Pokemon journey. Upon beginning, I of course need to get my first Pokemon encounter, and I run into a Wurmple, who I catch fairly easily and I nickname Rump. After getting a free potion, I get my second encounter, which is a Wingull. I catch him easily and I nickname him Burble. I attempt to take on the first trainer with Burble in the front. He uses two water guns and almost dies, so I have to switch into Kipple, who takes down the Sentret with one water gun. Then after that, Kipple proceeds to take out the other two Mons. After the close call, I decide to do a little bit of training before I attempt to get my encounter and fight the second trainer. While training, Rump evolves into a Cascoon and learns Harden. I go to get my third encounter and I run into an Electrike, and while trying to catch him, he almost kills Burble and I have to switch out, but I still catch him and I nickname him Zaps. Then I go to the Petalburg gym, see my dad, and help this bum Wally catch Ralts. Then I go to the next route to catch my next encounter, and I run into a Venonat. I almost kill him, but I still get the Pokeball off and catch him. I nicknamed him the first thing that came to mind, and that was Igloo. After clearing the cave, I make it to a very important fight against a Magma Grunt. He leads with a Magnemite that almost takes out Zaps, but Zaps comes out superior. Mudkip makes short work of the coughing, and one-shots the Houndour. Burble comes in to take care of the Bagon, and after he's defeated, Venonat comes in and takes out the Duskull. After defeating a rich guy, I realize that I get another encounter, and I find a Marie. And after thinking long and hard about a name, I named him Sean. After beating up some little kids, I come across my first surprise, Red. Zaps uses a couple of bites and it takes down the Eevee. Burble comes in and with the help of three wing attacks takes down the Bulbasaur. And Igloo almost dies to a Pikachu. And not only that, Zaps comes in and narrowly defeats the Pikachu using Bite. Then Mudkip easily destroys his Charmander. And then Wingull comes in, finishes off Squirtle with a wing attack. After making it to the new city, I remember how challenging this game is supposed to be. So I take a look at my team, I take a little bit of time to think of what level I want to get to, and then I do some training. Whenever I got bored of training, I decided to go up to the route above the city and get my encounter. I ran into a Paris, caught him, and ended up naming him Shrooms for no particular reason. In the midst of all the training, I ended up getting my Mudkip evolved into a Marshtomp. I didn't find any of the trainers particularly challenging, and after defeating the final one, it was time to take on Roxanne. She led with a Nosepass, and after using a couple Bubble Beams, I perfectly predicted the explosion, which Goner lived. Roxanne then sends out a Lileep, who I send Rump out against, who uses a couple Silver Winds to take him down. Then in a back and forth, sleepy water gun battle, Kipple takes out Lunatone. Two shockwaves, and Anorith is down by Zaps. And then he one-shots Relicanth with one shockwave. It was a hard-fought team battle, but Dustox finishes off Shuckle, and I get my first gym badge. After experiencing theft, this is where I decide to call it. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed part one of my Emerald Kaizo Nuzlocke, and I will see all of you in the next one. Peace.